Hi, I'm Charlotte, and welcome to Married, Single, Divorced. I'm here with my besties.
Hi, I'm Larissa, and I'm married.
And I'm Fern, happily divorced.
And by elimination, that makes me your single girl. We're bringing the group chat online and showing you behind the scenes of our very different lives.
We're confessing intimate thoughts, making jokes at our own expense, and proving life isn't all glossy Instagram feeds.
Our goal? To show the messy, funny, unfiltered side of marriage, motherhood, dating, and everything in between.
Coming up this week.
Revenge, bedtime, procrastination.
So I did know this. How would you feel about, like, if you were going for a job and they looked you up on socials?
When you shared that with us, I then went home. I was spiralling.
We starting?
Yeah.
I always want to be
Hello.
like, hi everyone. Is this thing on? Is it? Who is it that does that? Was it Britney Spears?
Yeah.
I love
Bump, bump.
Yeah. Or something.
I think that's our next progression. I still want one of those fluffies.
Oh, I
you're
see them on
obsessed with them.
Instagram all the time. Right. Is that the start?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we giving ourselves a weekly update?
Yes.
Go on. Do you want me to give it a start this week?
Yeah. Main character energy.
I feel like I've not been main character in a while.
She's back.
I'm back, baby. Well, I'm saying actually, I'm trying to work on things that are in my control. Like, it's been an emotional few months. I feel like
Snaps
months.
to that.
Yeah, I feel like I say I'm sad a lot. I'm upset. Everything's really overwhelming.
We've been a lot of emotions, is what you're saying.
And I think at the moment I'm just trying to work on things. Don't want to sound like Maria Kondo or whatever it was that bring me joy. So I was like,
no, I agree.
you know, there's things I can control, and I've taken a little step back at work, give myself a bit more time to study. That's what I want to do. Eat better, go to the gym.
Are you starting to feel better?
Yeah, actually I am. I had a little wobble yesterday, but I forgot to take my supplements. I've been taking this new supplement.
Oh, and how are we? Do we think
really
that's
good. It's called
wow.
Calm Complex.
I need to.
And I don't know, I've seen a shift with that. And if I don't take it in the day, like I find myself later on in the afternoon at work being like...
Is it ever a conscious thing of like, I know I've not taken
Yeah.
it and therefore you almost...
Maybe a little bit, but if it's placebo, I'll take it.
yeah.
I got it as a
It's a
free
win.
sample when I went to like a training day, so perfect. But yeah, I'm just working on things that I can do, even though I'm pretty tired. I don't know, I feel like I'm about like 20% coffee and like 80% dry shampoo today. Like, it's been a big week, like too much social. But yeah, I went dancing last Saturday.
Nice.
That
I feel
always
like
puts me in
you
a
have
good
come in
mood.
with a different energy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, whew, she breezed in. I was like, whoa.
yeah, like as much as I'm like really exhausted, but I've eaten well, like I'm not sluggish from that. So yeah, I'm just...
On the up?
I don't want to say on the
Big
up, but
claps
like
to you.
we're not going down anymore.
Okay.
Which
Do you think
is-
like you've emptied a little bit of the bath?
maybe?
The bath's just not like at that teetering point where it's... Oh, nice.
I don't know what the thing... Yeah, the work part of the bath has gone down a little bit. Like I still find it
A lot.
a lot at times. Like it's just exhausting. I think I did 13,500 steps yesterday and 12,000 steps today around work, which is a lot.
That is for considering it's just.
The size of the shop.
Yeah. Just imagine you. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow. Like, today, like I had stuff on a trolley, and someone was like, "Oh, that's a big box." I was like, "Yeah, it weighs nothing," but like, I just haven't got
Can't
it.
be
in
picking
me.
it up.
Like, but yeah, I think I'm working on
Me.
I don't want to say me, but just like, just making like doing things that are in my control.
Yeah.
You know.
That's all you can do, ever.
Yeah. So
Just work with it.
let's not cry too much.
Well, if you cry, you cry, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, like, just not too much, maybe.
Okay. There's just a limit.
Yeah.
How much is okay?
But yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Easy breezy.
Oh, love it.
They're very positive. Fern, how have you been?
I'm okay.
Just okay.
We're different.
It's better than fine.
No, that's my response every morning. How are you? Fine. How's work? Fine.
Aww.
Saw some friends last weekend.
Oh, nice.
The ones that I was talking about that were like my go-tos during my divorce and breakup and
Yeah.
and all that. That was nice. Just like, things just feel like nice and natural, and
There's no gap. Like there's no time had passed.
Like there's a lot of time has passed, but it doesn't. There's no awkwardness.
That's so nice.
Straight away, like still like getting on with the girls, and we went out for some lunch in Stockport Produce Hall. That was lovely.
Ooh.
Yeah, went for a little walk around there. Then some other friends came round on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
I know. I feel like a social butterfly.
Yeah. Give me a run for my money.
I know. And that mama had people around last night.
Oh.
Hence why I'm absolutely exhausted.
But did you a good meal, so at least?
No, I
did
really
you cook?
enjoyed it.
Did a classic salmon, stir fry, veg, egg fried rice. Not for Charlotte. Didn't do egg fried rice for Charlotte. She just had rice.
I love egg as well. You'd think I like it, but I don't know.
You
I
never
think it's the idea of it.
Yeah,
I feel like you have the idea of food.
Yeah, I think for me, like if it was just put in front of me and I had no say, I'd be like, yeah, fine. But if you're going to ask me, I'm going to be particular. It's a weird thing of me, yeah.
So I've been social this week.
Yeah, it's one of
I
those,
just feel
I was
quite
like, I'm
tired.
going to leave at 10 o'clock and I think, it's
11.
It was later than that because I got into bed, it was midnight and I was like, I've got to catch up on the Traitors. So
I still watched The Traitors, when I went to bed. That was the problem. So I think it was like 12:30 when that finished, and I was like, but I can't not, like, people at work will talk about it. I want to watch the final tonight.
Yeah.
I've got to.
No spoilers.
Been loving The Traitors.
It's really good.
Larissa, what have you been up to?
It's like odd jobs this week. Busy, but constructive. The house
I was going to say we've got a house update.
has got a roof. Yes.
Not just a felt hat.
Not just a felt hat. The tiles have gone on. They're missing their edging things, but
It's more than it was before.
Yeah. Jasper, my eldest, had his vaccinations. I know, but
Was that in his arms this time? Because they normally do it in the legs, don't they, when they're little? But they get a bit bigger and then they go for their arms.
It was savage. It was one of those things. It was like, we tried to explain a little bit about what
you
was
don't want to preempt. You're just like,
yeah. And then the doctor was like, "Does he know what's coming?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh no." And then I asked him. He was hysterically crying. So obviously it's like traumatic.
How many did he have to have?
2, one in each arm,
not
and then at the end I was like, "What do you say?" And he was like, because usually it's like, "What do you say?" And it's "Thank you." And he was like, "No, he was not nice. he scratched me or whatever he said." I was just like, "Oh no, it's true," because I wouldn't thank him either.
No.
Maybe just a bye.
Yeah. He don't think he even said bye. He was just traumatized by
No,
the
thank you.
Yeah. Like odd jobs. Ticking off, we're trying to get thermals for the trip. We're going to Iceland next week.
Nice.
-7. Honestly.
Enjoy.
I know. But I'm like excited. It's just going to be hilarious. Just embrace the chaos. Let's just see what happens. So we got some hilariously large salopettes for the kids. And I got thermals, which are like a second skin. Like I was like, ooh, I'll size up because they'll be nice and like, ooh. I was like putting them on. I was like, wow. They
want them close fitting.
Well, that's what Mike was like. They're meant to be tight because that's what keeps the kind
it
of,
keeps the air trapped.
I feel so like claustrophobic. I put them on. I was like, so that'll be fun.
What are you doing while you're there?
We're going to a thermal spa one day with the kids. Kids are allowed.
Oh.
So just different pools, different temperatures. We're going on, I think we'll do whale watching because we found a boat that's bigger which has got an indoor bit, so hopefully the kids will freeze. It's going to be so boring. I was like looking at Google reviews and like you just saw like this tiny tip of a whale tail.
It's that when you're pointing it to a little kid, be like, "Can you see that?" They're like, "What?"
Just be like, "Why have you brought me here?" Like, so we'll see. I think I just need to go to the supermarket, buy loads of snacks.
Yes.
It's like 4 days of holiday, so.
Oh, but it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm
I've not
jealous.
been away with Phoebe yet.
Oh, really?
It's first
She never
flight.
flown?
No. I know, but I'm not even thinking about it. I'm more concerned about all the layers, all the warm clothes, all the stuff, and I'm like, but.
Have you got nice flights? Daytime, nighttime? Oh, God.
Tuesday morning is like 8:30, so fine, because we'll be up. We're usually up from like 6 anyway, so just a bit earlier.
Yeah.
It's the coming back on Saturday night. The flight was like a really nice afternoon time, and because it's EasyJet, we just got an email and it was like the flight is now at 5 to midnight, and I was like, oh my god, like what are we going to do with the kids?
Well, it's like wherever you're checking out of, you'll be out there.
Be out. I think we have to be out at like 10 or something silly. So I was like, we're just going to be in the car and then in restaurants. And I just was like, oh my God, but I'm just not thinking about it.
No.
And I was like, and if the worst comes to worst, we'll just go to the airport early and just hang out in the airport. Because what else can you do? But yeah, not great flights.
Oops. No. How long is the flight?
It's like 3 hours. It's not bad. I mean, we're just going to load the iPad up with all the films. But yeah, no, I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excited for you. Excited to hear the stories, the updates.
Let's see if I poo myself in Iceland.
We could do another episode on that, can't we? We got some good stories.
Oh, God, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I'll tease you with the poo.
Give us a little dance then. So, I am coming to you two with a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a dilemma,
I like
query.
A query.
A query.
Sounds like you sent an email to a company.
Query this. No. So, I have found myself scrolling a bit recently.
Okay.
At night, in bed. And I looked it up and it's got a name. Does anyone know the name?
Doom scroll?
Yeah, I was going to say doom scrolling.
Revenge, bedtime, procrastination.
So I did know this because it's very common with like when you're up in the night with like babies and then you just have time to yourself and then instead of doing something productive, you end up doing this.
Yeah, and it's almost like because you feel like you've not had enough time for you in the day, no matter like it doesn't, even though you're tired, you're just like, no, like I deserve this almost. And it's like you can't let yourself switch off because you're like, well, no, I'm not just sleeping. I'm not just doing my day and sleeping and not having this.
Yes.
And it's so easy to just lose hours.
Yeah.
So tell me that again. Revenge.
Bedtime, procrastination.
Oh, I mean.
So basically like, it's
I'm
almost
a revenge procrastinator all the time, I would say. Don't know about bedtime.
Yeah, but I feel like you've talked about being really conscious about not doing that. Like you are putting the phone away. You are like putting it on charge away from you.
And that I have like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were saying you've done it when you found your Kindle.
Charlotte's done it, and I was like, I felt myself scrolling to the point where I was like, now I'm wide awake, and this is ridiculous. And I'm like, I'm up at 6. Why am I doing this? And so I'm reading my book, and I've slept so much better.
It does help.
So what? Come on, I need some tips then.
Download yourself a sexy book. Honestly, this book
I've got one.
Oh, I should. But I do think it's just taking yourself away from everything.
Yeah, because as soon as I start reading a book, like I get 3 pages. And
I know. As soon as I get my Kindle out, it's knocking me on the head.
It's making the conscious decision.
Yeah.
If I get in the bed with the phone, I'm screwed. But I have to, as I'm getting ready for bed, I plug the phone in, I set the alarm, and I put it down by the side of the bed. And then I've not got to look at it in the bed.
Yeah.
I put it on Do Not Disturb. I don't want
I.
one single noise coming from it.
Because if it buzzes, I just would pick it up.
Yeah. And it's just...
Mine never buzzes.
No, but often I feel like I was messaging our group quite late at night. And then I was like, then it would be the last thing I would do on like a, let's say on WhatsApp on messages. And then I'd be up in the night thinking, oh, what are we going to do for this? Or maybe that message...
It like stays with you, those thoughts.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, they've like, Charlotte's read it but not responded, so maybe I've pissed her off. Or, you know, it's like, that's not what you need before you go to bed. And there's probably nothing going on, but that's the last kind of lasting thing.
Yeah.
That then set off I'm like, why do we do it?
That's why I want to, and I know that at the
so
minute
weird.
I think I'm finding life a bit more stressful. There's just like a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know if that's like that revenge bit, almost like this is me now. I get to have this time.
I mean, I do think it is addictive. Like I am addicted to my phone. Like I want to look at it. Like I noticed myself do it a couple of times last night, and I was like,
yeah,
why have I opened Instagram? We're here hanging out.
Well, after last week when we recorded here and then me, Charlotte and the girls were watching The Traitors, you turned and you went, I'm almost inspired by you. 3 of you were sat there just watching the TV and not one of you got a phone. I should put mine away.
Because I would always scroll while I'm watching the telly.
So would I. and I've tried to put it on charge over the other side and actually just watch a program, and I'm almost like incapable. And Mike's like, you're doing 3 things at once. Like you're talking to me, watching the TV, messaging people. It was like too much, and he can't. I don't know whether it's a male thing, but he's actually incapable of watching something and then.
I do it all the time, and I'll be like, oh, I've got to rewind that bit. I've missed that. That looked I'm like, what am I doing?
Just
and I
do
think
something.
I'm trying to be more conscious with my messaging, in a sense of I'll sit and then I'll respond to the messages and actually like take them in. I'm so guilty of it. Like yesterday, there was talk about, are we coming to yours and what we're doing? And I just read the last message, replied to it, and didn't read the 6 above it. And I'll never catch up on that. Like, it could have actually been something important.
Profound, Charlotte. How rude.
But I'm so guilty of it. I'm just like, I do find myself being addicted. I went for coffee on Monday and I kept wanting to look at my phone. I'm like, why can I not just engage with the person here in front of me?
Oh, were you with someone?
Yeah, like I kept finding the
savage.
No,
sorry, you're boring.
No, but like I find myself doing it, and it's not that you're boring. It's just almost like a
habit.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen they've banned social media for, is it under 16s in Australia?
Yeah, good.
But I did a little bit of research because obviously I was bringing this topic to the table. What do you think's actually banned? Do you know what's...
No.
Or what do you think's allowed?
Well, what is social media then? So just Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Is WhatsApp social media?
So what do you think?
Social.
So can under 16s have WhatsApp in Australia?
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no.
They can. And to me, knowing my kids and what issues they've had on WhatsApp, that's one of the biggest ones to me.
It's almost, you can do very similar things to me. So it's probably more social in the sense of communicating with somebody.
Yeah.
You can put a picture and a status, and it, like, it's almost like an Instagram story.
You can be added into any group with anyone, anywhere.
I didn't realise that until you were talking about your children having a phone. And I was like, what's so wrong with it? And you're like, you can be added into a group with someone you don't know, or
some like sharing explicit material, like that you're suddenly just...
once it's arrived on your phone, you've seen it.
But I had no idea. I think I'm so old, like, as in, I didn't know that statuses on WhatsApp were a thing.
Oh, I know.
It
was my daughter that sort of said something. Because I think Charlotte had seen, like, I'd given my daughter Charlotte's number. I was like, just in case you ever need it. So she must have seen. And then you're like, why has she got like a green circle round her or something? And it was like, oh, she's done like a story. You can do stories on it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a whole new world of that.
So as much as it's like, oh, yeah, it's great. I'm like, is it? And they can still go on Roblox, which is like, where are the...
What's that?
Oh, my niece had that.
What is it?
Roblox.
Okay.
So it's like you go on and you play games with people, but anyone. Like, it could be anyone. There's like chat boxes, and obviously like you can lock it down a bit as like parents, but
you could essentially be with a 60-year-old man.
I think there's been a lot of stories of where there've been people groomed. Online through
my
it.
niece was playing it at our house, and I was like, what's that in the corner? She's like, it's the chat. And I was like, who's that? She's like, my friends. I was like, who are your friends? And I was like, I'm not being funny, but you got to turn that off until I've spoke to your mum, because I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's acceptable.
I've never heard of this thing.
I don't get it at all, but I was like, that's not, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm out. I don't know enough.
That seems like a chat room, and we don't do chat rooms.
Yeah. Like, it is essentially
it's
a chat room where you're playing games.
I think that was the thing for us. It was like, you don't talk in a chat room.
No.
But
did you ever talk in a chat room?
No, I wouldn't even know how to get on one. But I tell you what, sometimes we did.
Wasn't that The Sims? Isn't there a chat room on The Sims or something?
No, that wasn't like online.
What was the game that you did have a chat room option? Bebo? Is Bebo fit?
Oh, that was a thing, but I didn't understand it.
Don't
know what it is.
I've never done it, but I feel like there was a platform where you could talk to...
I tell you, the only one
I definitely went on some dodgy. Like it was a bit like that. It was a game that you played, and it was almost like you drew pictures and people like guessed what it was, but then it like opened a chat room thing.
I remember that. The picture. Yeah.
And I remember like I mustn't have. I don't know, maybe I did tell my mum, but I was like, oh yeah, I've got like a friend in America that I chat to, this 13-year-old girl. Like, she could have been. I don't know. But I think at some point I was just like, I'll just delete this now.
Yeah.
But
What was the only thing I remember like that is people used to do it at sleepovers, and it was like people's face had come up.
chat roulette or
Was it
something.
called
I
chat
don't know.
roulette?
I'm thinking that, but I don't know if I've seen that on like a bingo advert or something now.
Yeah, and it was just like somebody's like
It
you'd
would just
log
connect
in.
you, like with your webcam,
Yeah.
and it would connect you to someone random in the world.
I remember that, and then you quick like get
Yeah,
it
you could
off.
be like swipe off.
Yeah, you
or-
might get like something you don't
We
want to
need
see.
to deep
but-
dive on this because I feel like lots of these are vivid memories, but I can't remember what it was.
But like for us as kids, I feel like we were MSN.
Yeah, but MSN was only the people you know, is it not?
Well, unless someone else, I feel like you could have been added to a group, or like you could add someone, or someone could give them your name. I don't know. I don't remember. But is it that different? I mean, I had to be on a computer, which was in my mum and dad's bedroom. So then I'm
I
like,
remember the side little room, and I was like, let's sneak in.
We had it in the office. Like,
I just feel that life is hard enough to navigate as it is, and adding all these platforms where people can essentially attack you and bully you, and just the amount of hatred that I see. Like, I had a real wobble with us doing a podcast because I was like, I'm more than happy to talk and to like be vulnerable to a degree with like you guys and to the listeners. What I find have found really difficult is navigating more use on social media because it was something that I was purposefully trying to withdraw from. And then the next minute I was like, whoa, there was like talk of TikTok. And I was like, I don't even know what it is, but I'm really scared of it because I just don't need, I absorb so much stuff. Like, you're mentally not designed to have that much.
it's crazy, really. I know now, like, if I don't really scroll on TikTok that much anymore because I feel like it gets dead weird.
Yeah.
Like, you start watching stuff and I'm like, how have I got to this? And it's not even like it's anything really bad, but I'm like, I'm actually not interested in this, but it's just that constant like keep going. It's not like, oh, it's weird and I'll turn it off. It's like, it's weird, so I keep going. And then I feel like you get down this weird like AI route, and then there's lots of like weird things that you watch and I'm like, I'm so confused, is this even real anymore? And I find it really quite stressful.
Yeah. I've found this whole adjustment, like, because it has also meant that I've gone on it more and I've really tried to like limit how much I do that. And then I've not looked at comments, and I don't think we were at the stage, or correct me if I'm wrong. We don't know much. Yeah, we haven't had like any nastiness.
no.
But I'm like, I don't know how I'd feel if that suddenly becomes a thing, and I'm like, actually, like I can't have that in my space. Like, I feel like if you looked at it and didn't tell me, I'd be fine. But equally, I'd just be like, why am I opening myself up to this? Because in the real world, no one's going to come up to you and be like, well, I think you're fat and ugly. You'd hope that they wouldn't.
Yeah.
But then suddenly you're just inviting that into your space.
I think it's unfortunate because I think the most people mean well. Like, my experience of it when I was posting on TikTok quite regularly, every now and then people would have something to say. But most people were actually quite supportive.
Did you have like a bit like?
Well, I was obviously putting online what I was eating in a day, and that opens up a lot of controversy anyway.
But was it nasty?
Some people would be like, what are you doing that for? Like, you need to do this and you need to do that. And I'm like, I can do what I want. I don't mind it. It wasn't ever anything negative about me. It wasn't like they were like, you're ugly, this or that. I don't know. I wasn't overly bothered by it, I don't think. But maybe I haven't had like negativity.
I was going to say, if you were because you're quite good at putting yourself out there and like your personal channel. If suddenly you started to get quite like nasty comments or like borderline abusive, or do you think you'd view social media differently?
Potentially. Like, it's hard to say hypothetically, but I think I use it to be quite social. You know, I say it doesn't bother me to message someone and chat to someone or reach out to somebody. Because I think sometimes people are like, oh, right, you've liked it, or you've messaged them, or you commented. I'm like, yeah, that's what it's there for, in my opinion.
And we love it when anyone does it on our stuff.
Yeah, and I think I'm quite social in real life. If I was sat here and here in a coffee shop, I would probably pass comment on you or something. I'd be like, oh, hey, how's your day? Or like, oh, that looks nice. What have you got?
Yeah.
Which is
Do
exactly
you mean if you didn't know me?
Yeah, exactly. Even if I didn't know you, I would do that. So to me, commenting on something someone's put online, it's there for that. I think my only issue is I do only sometimes want to show the positives.
Yeah.
I think that was one thing once I put on about Kinder Bueno, and someone was like, oh, get over yourself, let yourself have a Kinder Bueno. And I was like, yeah, like I am letting myself have it, but like I've got quite disordered eating really, and that can actually be like a downhill spiral for me. So
it could actually be I'm having a Kinder Bueno 4 times a day for the next 6 weeks. And
that's the thing, and that person doesn't know that. But then you can tell that story, I guess. It's just I think it's a tricky world to navigate.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a tricky world to navigate, and we're all adults and have our own, well, I'd say you think you have your own kind of personality and morals and opinions. Then think about children who don't know where their life's going or what they believe in, and then there's suddenly being,
and they don't get that it sticks around. I think that's something as well, like when you're posting something on social media or even sending messages to like a group chat. I mean,
it's there. Someone's seen it, someone can screenshot it, you don't know what's happened to
that's the thing. So my youngest doesn't have a phone. She uses like my old phone, and she only has like a couple of friends on WhatsApp. But then she's ended up in groups with other people in a class, and then she's ended up in groups with people she doesn't know because people from the class had people they know. And, you're just like, she was then talking to someone about something someone said, and I'm like, just be careful. I know you would say it in real life, and that's okay to be upset by something someone said.
In real life.
Yeah, but I'm like, but when it's there, and you've said that to that person, and you're best friends with them at the minute, but like tomorrow when you've fallen out with them, or like whatever happens, and then they take that and then they use it against you and read it, and she's like, well, we can delete it. I'm like, but they might have taken a picture. Like, it's just so permanent when you put something, and it's these lessons that they're learning. And then that group chat.
So when you shared that with us, I then went home, I was spiraling. I was like, because it's not a world like my children are 3 and 1.
Yeah.
So I'm not even thinking about phones and chats and stuff. And I was like, that's not a huge age jump from them to the age group that you were sharing. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of context for people. There was a group chat and there was 2 people being quite abusive to each other,
Vile.
Really swearing, talking about quite sexual things.
Yeah, that was the thing that threw me. I was like, wow.
And it was in a way of like, they weren't talking about actually doing it. It was like insults.
Yeah.
Like, so insulting each other, but with like...
It didn't always make sense in context.
No,
I was like,
and that's the bit that made it still fairly innocent, but it wasn't. It was horrible. And like, she brought the phone to me, and luckily I actually hadn't heard a lot of it, because it was one of the earlier comments where she was like, they're not being nice, and she'd brought me the phone.
So good that she did that.
I know. So then I just had this like trail. I didn't even look at it at that point. She'd give me the phone. I think the next day I looked, and I was like, just listening to this stuff, I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
Like, bad. Obviously had to report it to the school, and like they've dealt with it, like safeguarding issues and all that. That it's just
dealt with it. It's like a very loose.
Well, I don't know what they've done, because that's not for me to know, is it? Like, I can't.
But I mean, as in, like, you can't deal. In my
do
opinion,
I think they've just in another group? Probably.
Yeah. It was just. It's one of those. I was like, whoa. When you just, it's just not on my radar enough, and then I was like, oh my gosh, people, and then that's when I lose my faith in humanity, because I'm like, I'm not seeing the nice side of social media, and like, I'm not like, oh, that's so nice that's happened through that. I'm thinking, oh my god, like.
Whereas we have had some lovely things. Like we've had those connections with like the women that have got in touch about like my ex and like in those ways, like when that's made people feel like so much less alone and like share that story. And we put a podcast out there for people to listen to, like very much.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the thing with social media as well, I think people think they have access to you 24/7 is my thing. Like if we call in WhatsApp social media almost.
Well, they're not in Australia.
They're not. I get you. But, you know, I know when I had a business that we run online and we had social media for, people thought they could message you at 9 o'clock on a Saturday night and get a response.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I'm like, whoa, you can't have access to me all the time like that.
You've got to set your own boundaries almost around
Yeah.
it. Which is what we're saying with kids. It's they don't know how to do that. So for me, I set such strict boundaries. I mean, they just don't have the phones anymore.
Good. Yeah.
I just keep putting them away and just being like, where are they? I'm like, ooh, I don't know, probably not charged. Because I can't keep you safe on there. Like, I don't know what to do. My eldest has decided off her own back that she just wanted to have just family members and didn't want to have WhatsApp because she said to me it makes her chest hurt when she goes on there. Like she is already anxious about what's being said in a group chat, and she's experienced less, but it's just knowing that everyone's on it. And you know, she's the one where it was then like I had a ban on her phone, where not ban, but it like a time limit. So at 7:30 it stops working, she cannot use it. But then she'd always be like stressing that 7:30's coming up and it's like it's going to turn off, so I've got to get everything in, and they're all still going to be on the chat, and it's stressful. And
it's not what children need to navigate. Like there's so much that I do feel like when we were growing up it was just so simple. I used to watch The Simpsons after school, like mess around with my sisters, like
only if you caught it at 6 o'clock, and if not then you weren't watching it.
And then it was like, well, there's no catch, there's you know, it's terrestrial or nothing. And then you'd go on MSN, but I wouldn't be like, again, it was a family computer in a space where people could see me. So
and your sisters wanted to go on after, so it's like, oh, you get your hour and then they get their hour.
And we had no phones. We used to call everyone's landline.
Yeah.
And block everyone's landline. We've been on for 59 minutes. And then go call back for an hour.
Did you always used to pick up the phone, Larissa, and say, it was like, hello, Larissa speaking, or something?
Did I?
Yeah, you guys always said something.
I think I said my dad's business name, didn't I?
I had like a family friend that read back the number. Do you know,
my aunt does that.
And read back the number to you.
729492. You're like, oh,
I've got the right one. Woo!
Funny enough, talking of using house phones, and I don't know whether Fern will remember this story, someone from our school hooked me up to get my first boyfriend by calling his family. I had his house number. Like, this is how ridiculous.
Just on a coach?
On a coach?
Were we not on a coach?
Maybe.
I feel like we're on a trip back from somewhere and they're like, who do you fancy? I'll ring the house. I'll ring them and ask them for you.
She rang the house and the mum picked up and she was like, hiya, it's so-and-so. Can I speak to so-and-so? And she was like, yeah, because you know.
How else were you doing it?
Yeah. And she was like,
do you fancy Larissa?
Yeah. And then from that, and I was like, oh my God. And that started it off. But I was like, that is an example of, it's ridiculous, but you could only do that by speaking to someone. There wasn't like this weird like messages being like, this person's ugly, this person's fit, I want to do this to it. And it's like, you couldn't do that.
It was a slower pace. I mean, Larissa, I'm sure you were part of my secret letter writing club. We used to write each other's letters.
Do you know how much a stamp is these days?
Oh, don't even. I mean, my dad ran a business from home, so we just had access to free stamps. Like, there was nothing to it.
Did you have a franking?
No, that was my parents.
Your parents had a franking machine at the office.
Loved doing that at my old jobs.
My mum's first line to anyone, you are printing money.
Yeah. It is though.
Yeah. She was like, don't just be putting anything through. If it starts going wrong, stop it. Come and find me. You're printing money.
I was like, yeah, something happened at work about a fake £20 note, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I was like,
it's like, I'm in.
No.
But apparently there's loads of them. And now, but I'm always a bit like, every time somebody is stood still, that's the same as having like a fake note. For every hour that someone stands and looks like a spare part at work. That's the same waste of money. Do you know what I mean, though? Mate, work are going to hear that.
Start.
But you know what I mean? But it's exactly the same thing. You know when you...
Your fake money. Your fake... Stupid.
No, God. Got to be careful anyway.
Hostess.
It's been a good day today, so... But it's exactly the same thing. You know, every time somebody throws something away at work, I'm like, oh, there's 2 scoops left in there. They're like, yeah, just throw it away. I'm like, it's money.
Yeah.
You are throwing money away.
Oh, funny.
But, I mean...
I think I did write a little question down.
Go on.
I'm going to have to...
I feel like we went tangent there.
When do you scroll the most? When's your biggest scroll time? Are you a night time? Morning?
I'm a morning, which throws people off. I
love a morning scroll.
So do I, actually. And terribly,
but then
it's
I can't,
first thing I do.
that's when I've not been late to work every day, but I would ring Charlotte at 7:45 because that's what time I dropped the girls off at breakfast club. She rang me the other day at like
7:59 as I'm about to start work. Like, where are you? She's like, yeah.
Running a bit late.
I know. I've been grilling this morning.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's other stuff sometimes, but yeah.
It just
like,
saps your energy.
It does.
Saps your time. Like, you just go into this... and Mike is terrible. He looks at... You know, like on your phone, it tells you where you spend your time.
Oh, we should all look later.
Oh. And
Screen
it's
time.
always Instagram, and it's always stealing my time. And then he's like, what have you learnt from Instagram? It's like, well, I sent you a funny meme, and I sent the girls a funny things. And I was like, yeah, but what have you got to show? You know, like, and it's true. And it's like, I could have just put my phone away.
Do you feel like it's just so mind numbing, isn't it? And I think sometimes if you're busy all the time, it almost just takes that, like...
I think people see it as a brain break.
But it isn't, though. That's the thing. You see it as a brain break. But if you think of how much you are absorbing from that, just like...
They say that, like, if you were to think about your grandparents and you in the morning of what you've absorbed before 8 o'clock, they've probably, like, got out of bed, gone downstairs, made a cup of tea, looked out the window at the real world.
Yeah.
And then they might turn the TV on. And I've already watched, like, 40 minutes of TikTok or something.
I opened all the windows this morning. I don't know where that came from, but like the grandparents thing, I just went around the upstairs, opened all the windows in the morning, came down, did some stuff.
As in aired it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just thought I'd throw that one in there.
Yeah, I know, it's really good.
I was trying to go back to grandparents' age.
Yeah, but, and you know, my grandma would have got a newspaper and read that, and that's how she would have consumed.
Yeah.
But then, have you found, though, the shift of podcasting making that worse? Scrolling and going on, like,
well, since we've started the podcast, no, I think I'm more done with it. Like I've had my fill of, because I've done like the editing and I've looked at Ariel, so I consume less of other people's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I think someone said that. They said, imagine if every time you went on social media you posted or did something, how would you see it different? And I think that was what made me start posting things. I was like, I'm consuming all my time on this app, like, why don't I maybe do something productive with it? Not that I'm overly productive, but you know.
So you found that you're
just doom scrolling.
Yeah, as in it's just guiding me there, and then I'm thinking, oh, let me think of like a real idea, or like and then I'm like, oh, I'm looking at some like TK Maxx haul, and then I'm looking at an M&S, then I'm like, where have I gone? You know, like,
at least you're looking at that haul. I'm like perving on rugby people still.
And I'm like, what's new in M&S food hall? Charlotte's like, rugby men.
I did go in M&S though the other day and had to walk through the clothes, and I was like, trendy, and I'm like, this is the time.
Yeah. I'm rocking an M&S jumper tonight.
Oh, I'm in M&S.
Oh, I'm in M&S.
Sponsor us.
Not fun. But yeah, no, I have found social media life not okay.
Oh, she's ready to be off.
No, I just mean, like, I do question, like, how we've come together on so many occasions, and I've just been like, this is awful, and this is happening, and this is making me really sad. But I wouldn't post about that because I would anticipate hatred and not feel comfortable enough to say something. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm part of the problem because I'm still... And I think we all do it. We are censoring ourselves to a certain degree because we can't be 100% vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then your question is anybody 100% vulnerable? And then it's like, so what's the point? Like, what are you watching? You're not watching anyone's true self because
I always think it's when it's to do with other people, that's when I censor more. If it affects someone else, or it's not my story to tell, or it's mine and their story. You know, like, apart from Mr. Charismatic, he doesn't deserve the
but I think I'm
courtesy.
conscious of that with social media. I would always ask about putting your kids, if on my Instagram, if I was posting something like when we're all together, I wouldn't just be willy-nilly putting posts on about anybody, and like our friends that aren't on it, I'm like, are you okay with that going on? Or but like I say it with my sister with my niece and nephew, that's fine if you put them on, you do what you want, but I would always ask.
My happiest was when we got a message from an old school friend who posted about the episode that I felt really vulnerable about going out. And then I was like, and she was like, that resonated. And it's like, I hear you. And I just was like, oh, okay, so that's the reason why I'm doing it. Because it made me feel so much better about, I was like, oh, okay, if me feeling shit actually, and being vulnerable about it.
Opening up to how I felt, like I didn't feel shit because of this. I've just opened up about an event that happened.
But then equally, I don't do that a lot. So I'm still like...
But would you send that message out to somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. And
I do use it, but then I use it in a positive way. So I would always... Because if I saw someone in person, as you say, I'm very much like, oh, I saw that post and that was really lovely, or that was really beautiful. I wouldn't hide behind a screen.
Yeah, because sometimes I see people and I'm like, yeah, I saw that on Instagram. And they're like, oh. I'm like, well, that's why you posted it, isn't it? Yeah, to share it. Like, is it weird for me to then reference it? Or people I meet in, like, when I've worked in coffee shops, and I'll be like, oh, I know you. I follow you on Instagram or something.
But I had this recently when...
Did you get spotted by one of our followers?
No, it was mortifying. I wish. I'd be like, hey! Jasper's at nursery. Our eldest is at nursery. And he had like a Christmas concert, and they tagged it like the 4 children that were on the Christmas concert. It's on like a nursery portal thing, so it's not on public domain. And then the mums of the children who were on it were on the thingy. And one of the mums, I was like, oh, that's what she's called. Because you do drop off and then you don't, I'm always like in a rush and then I don't get the names. It's a bit awkward, and she's lovely. And I happen to see her husband all the time where we live. Again, don't know his name. And I'm like, it's so awkward. And I go to my husband, I'm like, do you remember his name? He's like, oh my God, no. Like, and it's gone past, like, we're talking, we've been to like 4 kids' parties, see him like we've way past the stage. So her full name was on there with her surname. So I was like, I'm going to have a look on Instagram, because then, if she tags someone. So her profile was completely open with stories. So then I was like, oh, I'll have a look at some of her stories. And like, but I didn't follow her. Like, I just was snooping. And like, I went on like a couple of days later, all private. And I was like, oh my God, do you think she's seen me and thought, who's that? Like, I know her from nursery, but she didn't say hi to me, and then made an account private. And then I was mortified.
No.
I don't know, it's probably not like that.
But you know when you're like, then there's like a social weirdness, because that would never have been a thing. The only way you'd find out is be like, I'm so sorry, I've forgotten your husband's name. The normal thing to do. Whereas instead I've gone on her social media profile, stalked things, seen that she went to Tenerife 2 years ago, all that like weirdness. And I'm like, but you'd never know. It's a thing.
Here's something interesting. How would you feel about like if you were going for a job and they looked you up on socials?
They'd be like, well, she is boring AF.
Because,
well, they would have been before the podcast, but now there's a lot out there, isn't there, of me and you, Larissa?
Because I used to look people up.
What if they were applying?
For a job, I'd always just like, almost just look, I don't know. And it's so bad because I'd be like, doesn't seem our vibe, like, doesn't seem. And I'm like, I don't actually know this person. They could be an absolute grafter and exactly what we need.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I found difficult in my field, because it's always been like hospitality, foodie, kind of more a presence, let's say. And they were always like, what's your social media handle? And I was like, oh my God, I literally just put like 2 dog pictures and a picture of my sister. You know, when you're like, I don't use it.
Yeah.
And then I suddenly was like, do I have to become this person? And then they're going to look. And then that makes me stressed because I was like, I said to my husband, I was like, I don't want a job where they're judging me on my social media.
Fern, this one's more for you.
Oh, go on.
So, you meet someone.
Yes.
You go on a date, like you us a couple of times. They say, I don't use social media. I don't have it. I don't have any of it. Facebook, Instagram.
Some people think that's a real red flag, don't they? For someone to have like no social media. Because I feel like it's quite common, I think, for people to like have a profile, but there's like their auntie posted happy birthday each year and nothing else. You know, they've not posted for years. If there was nothing, I don't know. I'm a bit like,
I find
what you're hiding.
Yeah,
like,
I think a little bit. To have it and have an account that is not active anymore, that you just...
You can sort of see that it was.
At one time, they did. And
can
they don't
you see
now.
that if someone's deleted it?
Well, it's just not there.
Because both my sisters have no social media now. Like no Facebook, no Instagram.
So
no
they've
TikTok.
actively deleted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because one of them was like, it's
well,
taking
can I just say something?
Mm.
Your sister's husband watched a lot of our things, and I don't know if it's actually him or is it her.
No, it's him.
Is it?
Yeah. So he has it.
I always see him come up as like watch the story.
Yeah,
or
likes the story. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, no, he has it.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. No, she just... So one of them actively made a decision because she was like, I am spending too much time. I am seeing so much. And it's the algorithm, because if you're clicking on something and then you can obviously see that you're clicking on something, then you're just being fed that same stuff. And she was like, it got dark. Like, it was horrible. And I did the same thing. And I remember like coming to you, it was like a couple of months ago, and I was like, I don't want to see that sort of stuff. Like, I can't cope with that. And she had the same. She was like, I don't want it. So she deleted it. And it was never really an active Facebook user. And the other sister was just like, I'm too old and I've got my friends. Like, and she's really good at super social, uses WhatsApp just to be like, want to hang out? Like, she didn't need a weird, like, I'll just look at my, friend from 20 years ago from uni and send them a message. Like, I don't need to. I don't need to see what they're up to because I've got my circle. And I was like, yes to that. And then I felt like, why do I do it? Because I only speak to you. Like, I have my circle as well. So then it's like, and Mike's always said to me, what would happen if you deleted it? He's like, I don't think you could do it. And I was like, well,
like goading you are.
Yeah. I think, because I always think, even though you don't post, like, you are a user of it, and just...
I'm a creeper is what
I am.
creeper,
yeah. Well, I always find that weird when there's like people that just never like anything. I'm like, wow, I just drop them hearts like there's nothing to them. Like, ding, ding, ding.
But it's
don't
not,
run out with them like on Hinge.
but I'm not a creeper on, like, let's say old school friends. I'm a creeper on, like, someone who, like a celebrity. And I'm like, why have I just looked at Lorna Lux or, all these people? Because I was like, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But if your friend posted like a post on Instagram or Facebook, would you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people that just don't.
Yeah, if I've looked at it, or
does it mean they just don't like it? Do you think that's what
or
it
they
means?
don't?
Or they don't like anything, and they don't like the trail of them being there.
Yeah, I've stopped looking at who views my stories and does it. I'm like, well,
yeah. I'm a lot less bothered by the numbers now than I was at the beginning.
Just
it's like,
put it out there.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, see it. If you don't, bugger off.
Yeah.
Well, should we round it up then?
Yeah. I feel like you probably had more questions for...
No, I'm quite...
But...
sorry.
No,
I feel like you had a little notebook and I was like,
but it was just ideas and
hit
a lot.
We just went on our own tangent, as
It was
always.
nice, but that's all we needed.
Yeah.
We're happy. I don't know if this is in or out.
I've got one.
Oh, yeah, she's in.
Go on, Fern.
Right, so went to yoga on Monday. Love this story.
Have you not told us this?
I think I told you last night.
So I'm bored now.
Sorry, so I went to yoga on Monday.
I'm trying to think what it might have been.
And We were doing a lot of hamstring stretches, which I thought was quite strange because we don't normally do them.
Is that this bit?
Yeah, it's like putting that foot up and like leaning and like trying to get like your nose to your knee and like good hamstring stretching on both sides. And then in like, say, the 4th or 5th one, she was like, right, now if you want to try the splits or like work towards your splits, do this, but like put your blocks here, like put your weight over it, like it's really like doing it well. And I thought I'd done quite well, but I wasn't like in the splits, but I was doing quite well. And then I went to pick up my daughter from the kids club, and the guy that was next to me in the yoga was picking his daughter up, and he just went, impressive that you can do the splits. I was like, you think I can do the splits? I didn't think I did.
Yeah, I can.
Anyway, so guys can do the splits.
So, but that's an example of, you see someone, you're impressed by it.
Yeah.
He told you. I was like, well done him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks, Andrew.
I always say that. I'm always the one in yoga. I'm like, yeah, come on, you can do it. We were doing crow the other week. And I was like, I'm too tired today. Like, can't even like look at you do it. And someone's like, can't do it. I'm like, go on. I'm always the hype woman. But
Bush.
Nice.
Come on, some more. Larissa, you got one?
Do I have one?
I don't know.
oh, come on. We've created this. We must have one. Have
you got one, Charlotte?
We created this.
I mean, I'm just impressed with me this week that I've turned up to the gym twice.
Nice.
Made Pat lunch every day for work.
Posted about it as well.
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, didn't go. Yeah, made my Pat lunch every day. And what was the other thing? And I went back to cycling to work again this week.
Did you?
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
Partly because I was
Kudos.
meeting the bike man for a screw for my bike and he didn't turn up.
Oh, ghosted by the bike man.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. But
Oh, I do have one.
Oh, come on then.
She's in. I'm trying to get shit done with the house, and it's quite hard when you've got 2 kids and they don't go to nursery. So I met a bathroom man, and our house is like, you know, a shell and not safe to
Building
have kids.
site.
A building site.
Do not
So
enter.
yeah, exactly. So I had both kids in the back seat, popped the passenger door and did a come and sit in.
welcome to my office.
And he was sat on like a squishmallow, breadsticks, it was just carnage. And I was like, just shuffle in there, it's warm in the car. Had a little bathroom chat.
Did you feel like you were, ooh,
Oh,
Did you put the heated seat on it?
was it fatty area?
Fatty, yeah.
all of the above. And I was like, smashed it.
Did you put the heated seat on for him?
No. But it was warm. He was like, oh, it's so toasty. And I was like, yeah, it is. And it was just ridiculous. It was like proper, like, you know, where's your soil pipe going? You need to drop this in. I was like, yeah. And I was like giving measurements. And I was like doing all of this.
Kids are in the back?
Yeah. And I was like, I did quite a lot of that this week. Picked up like a roll of cloth for my dad.
She's closing loops, guys.
Closing loops.
Yeah.
So many people have
we
come
were
to me about closing loops.
Last night we were closing loops for our friends. We were like, right, get on Purdy and Fig and cancel your subscription.
Yeah, I was fuming that the subscription had come out again and 40 quid. She was like, what? I want my money back. I was like, well, we don't know about that, but don't pay it again. So pass me your phone. Let's cancel that subscription.
My mum did that with What the Crap, you know, the toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
She's like,
Is that what it's called?
yeah, it's called What the Crap, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, the ones with the cute
Yeah.
packaging.
Yeah. And
She's
she's
like,
like,
the rolls are like 10 times longer.
I know. But she's like, they've taken £45. And I was like, yeah, Sue, because you've kept the subscription.
You
So I
bought the toilet roll one.
She's like, I want to take it back. I was like, no, the email that they sent was it's being shipped tomorrow. So, no. But I did the same for her. I was like, I'll cancel it. So now
My
we've
mum
got
does that.
90 rolls of toilet paper.
That should be a year's supply according to their math.
Yeah, I saw that when it was saying, I just bought a year's supply of toilet roll.
Yeah, it's fine if you've got the places
This
to
is not
store it.
COVID. We do not need to be buying toilet roll.
But yeah, smashing it this week.
Oh, I'm impressed for you. I've done the splits. You're smashing it.
Nice.
Charlotte's
cycle to
positive.
work.
Yeah.
I am positive this week. Yeah.
Bring
I
in
just
the
need to stop
energy.
doing scrolling now.
Yeah.
Bedtime, revenge, procrastination.
I'll get you. I'll
For
tell you
me
the
book, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Right? Should we say goodbye?
Yeah.
Go watch Traitors Vinyl. Bye.